Hello, my fellow travelers. Thank you once again for joining the journey, or if this is your first journey, welcome aboard the craft. You're in your own spacecraft of your own design, but we're creating a beautiful star formation together. And I do want to do an upcoming episode where I fully devote the whole time to showing you all via our mind's eyes what my craft looks like. And this is a lovely little shungite pyramid. And shungite is a high dielectric, meaning that the energy can flow through it. Not only can the energy flow through it, but it will actually amplify life force, chi, this plasma vortexing that is our soul. And when we enhance the life force, we enhance our soul's ability to have a strong vortex into this human beingness, into this avatar, this technology of the human body that we are so fortunate to have access to, and this is such a profound technology. So let's make the most of what we've got at our fingertips. And I wanted to share, before I get into the main topic, which is sharing some meditation tips with you all, just wanted to show you, so this is called ORMES. This is from Vancouver Island. Kevin Hayes started this company where they're taking this beautiful deep seawater, rich in lots of trace minerals. And ORMES is an acronym. It stands, the original acronym ORME stands for orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements. So ORMES, and then there's another, you can also find it with a U, ORMUS. And when I was just searching it now, I saw how there's actually a location on the Arabian Peninsula named ORMES. I said, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that's connected at all. I'm not sure how old that term is. There's many terms for this substance. This is the ancient wisdom of taking something like seawater and purifying it to where we can access these single atom elements that have a high spin rate. And so that's how I've heard it described, that these single atom elements spinning very fast, and that this is a substance that our body is constantly breaking down molecules to get to this form. So I've got some lemon water here with a little bit of the ORMES. Now I do recommend that if you're, now I'm not sure where to get this. I was getting this on Ken Roll as Fresh and Alive. Actually, maybe I can reach out to the, basically it's like a blog now, or like a member community forum blog. I suppose I could reach out and ask if anyone knows where, someone's sourcing it in America, because otherwise buying it direct from Canada, we have to deal with import duties and things like that. So I'm wondering if someone else is going to be distributing it in America, because I really like this. I've had Hawaiian ORMES that's excellent. I know there's a lot of good people making ORMES, so it's not that you have, and I am not affiliated in any way with I just want to support good people doing good work. So my affiliation is purely informational, let me put it that way. So on to the main topic. I just wanted to share with you all, talking so much about meditation, and I just wanted to share with you all some of the tips and tricks and techniques and sort of protocols that I've learned over the years, whether hearing them from other people or just intuitively receiving them, developing them on my own. And so I'll just go ahead and start listing them. One of the first ones I encountered started with, we were actually just lying down on the grass. It was a bunch of kids, we were being guided, and the woman was saying to relax every part of our body and sort of moving through our body to relax every part of our body while we were taking deep breaths and slowing down and just feeling all the parts of our body and relaxing our body like butter to where we could no longer feel the outer edges of our body. And then another technique that she brought in was feeling a golden thread connecting from our crown chakra that is like a string, and it just goes really, really, really high up. And we can follow that string going very, very high up. So those are a couple of techniques that you can incorporate as you're in that relaxed state of mind, in a comfortable position, whether you're sitting upright or whether, you know, sometimes I prefer to be in more of a reclined position. Instruments. This is called a Ravvast, R-A-V-V-A-S-T. And you really, every note you play is perfect in its own way. And there's plenty of different types of instruments that emit these healing frequencies, these healing sounds. This one is tuned to a Celtic D minor. And I really, really enjoy it, and I hope you all are enjoying hearing it. So now copper. So you all have seen, anyone that's been on these journeys before has seen my large tetrahedron. This is a smaller one that needs some repairs. It's a little delicate, but I lined it up with this painting here, as you can see. So now if we were to build a structure like this that enveloped our entire body, and I really hope to do more of that in the near future, the copper, you know, it's not like, well, I guess we could surround this with copper screen, but anyway, utilizing copper and sort of enveloping our bodies in copper is helping us connect to the Earth's energy, and it helps neutralize and sort of harmonize any frequencies around us to where it sort of creates just this beautiful buffer that will allow the more positive healing frequencies in, and then we'll like sort of neutralize the other ones to where they maybe become healing frequencies, something like that. And so all we experience them as, you know, pure and perfect. And, you know, we can do that with our mind as well. I really do feel we're moving beyond the physical to where we just can create that bubble that's around us everywhere we go. But I do find these types of structures to just help me reach that meditative state, especially if I'm surrounded by them. There's this tensor ring. If you have like 4 big tensor rings, it's twisted copper wire of different gauges, and if you have like large tensor rings, thick wire, and you have 4 of them, and you, like, I experienced sitting inside of a sphere like that, and I was able just to go into a deep meditative state very quickly. So, on to the next idea, or, you know, technique that really works for me well and has been assisting me, especially lately, is sacred geometry. So, you know, when we have images like this, it can be whatever image you like, but I find the sacred geometry lately to just really help me hone the focus intention of my third eye. And this is our inner vision. This is located in the pineal if we want to connect a physical location in our brain, with our brain really being the interface, with all the information being stored in the Akashic records. It's like the database of our reality, but our brain is the interface. And so by having a clear pineal gland, excuse me, and there's this like a clearing when this sort of things happen. When we have a clean, clear, healed, healthy, pristine, crystalline pineal gland, and we're able to focus the tip of our plasma vortex of each of our individual consciousness in the pineal gland with such precision and focus, and really wanting to just have that pineal gland being in just the most perfected state possible, we really step into our role as being builders of this reality. So our ability to achieve that deep meditative state of mind, partially through the clarity of our inner third eye, we can see, and this just leads me into another wonderful tip that I'm going to share, which is just thinking beautiful thoughts. So with this clarity in the third eye and this focus intention, we see all of the earth's rivers clean, pure, pristine, the water vortexing in all the ways that the water molecules want to, seeing all the water on earth as being sacred, as being water of life that nourishes our life in so many ways, and loving all the water in our bodies, seeing all of Earth's nature thriving and healthy, seeing all human beings on the planet content, satisfied, every one of us, our lives filled with deep purpose and meaning, and our lives filled with joy and childlike wonder and childlike joy, and nourishing our inner child. Which leads me to another wonderful technique that is so profound. If we can literally hold our own self as an infant and love ourselves, and then be able to hold space for anyone, as knowing that deep down each one of us is like an innocent little infant child. And when we can connect to our own self and others through that really pure, innocent way of mother and child, father and child, then we can hold space for one another to see that purity in them at all times as being a pure, infinite soul that is really one beautiful, sparkly pixel of consciousness expressing itself in a beautiful divine avatar, as we do. So there's another technique. When I think of everyone on the planet as just these innocent little babies, I just want to, really hold myself like an infant, but also hold everyone in that beautiful, pure, divine, sacred state of beingness that we really do all embody by being ensouled human beings. So more meditation tips, techniques, protocols. I do feel as though each of us has a sort of a spiritual team, you could say, that is assisting us. So we can put our intention into connecting with what you might call spirit guides or angels, best friends that are, in another dimension. Just because we can't see them physically doesn't mean they're not here. And perhaps if we open our inner eye, we can start to see them in a more physical form if we choose. And that's something that we want to be very, very clear about. And, it's the sort of thing that just having very, very pure intention and a step towards that might feel more comfortable, more reliable to anchor in on, hone in before moving beyond, might be to start with connecting to our own higher self and starting with that as the anchor might be a really great way to go about it, because we just want to ensure that any information we receive is always for our own highest good and the highest good for all, and that it's 100% pure and authentic and true. And so connecting to our higher self, I heard that term a long time ago, but over years I've heard people say, and it resonates with me, that our higher self is our future self. And having learned the science behind many worlds interpretation, which I've shared with you all, it's so beautiful because I can see how I'm creating a time loop with my own self. And I feel we can do this I do this with my past self as well. we have the opportunity to move beyond time and to work with time in a much more fluid way, where we can work with elements of the past and the future, knowing that they're both mutable, and that we can truly direct our future with the focused intention of our mind, our third eye. So I just see it as, okay, this is my future self, perhaps remembering a past moment. So it's like I'm connecting to the part of myself that's lighting up at remembering this moment. It's like, and I typically, when I see my future self, my higher self, like I'm very smiling, I'm very much smiling and joyful. But lately I've also just been seeing myself in a peaceful, relaxed state of mind, because that's what I'm looking to embody now. So it's sort of like by seeing my future self as very poised and calm and relaxed, helps again navigate the world lines as the compass of, you know, the avatar that I'm seeking to embody as a human being, as an expression of my soul's essence. So more tips, techniques, stretching, inversion, you know, doing some just basic stretching, or if you want to do yoga positions, if you want to do inversion therapy, if you have a way to, you know, just hang where your spine can relax. I find these sorts of things, breath work, that, you know, it's a practice that I need to do more of myself. By preparing the vessel ahead of time. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up soon, because I'm doing the storage dance with this beautiful vessel that is allowing me to communicate with you all. So preparing our vessel for meditation, breath work, stretching. I like floating in the ocean. That really relaxes me. Singing a peaceful song, toning, and we may need to find a place where we're on our own, where we feel comfortable. Just sometimes there's things that want to sort of be cleared, and it might sound strange to us at first, but the more we do it, we hear that feedback of our voice relaxing. And so you could also do visualizations of and stating affirmations, such as one that I like to state for myself is that all of my auras, chakras, meridians are healed and healthy and have all the repairs that they need, and that my DNA is 100% healed on all levels. And you can really be very creative with what you come up with for affirmations, and I find by saying them 3 times, by the 3rd time it will feel true. And we can also write them down, and during sort of meditative state of mind, look at the words that we've written and charge them like a battery until we know, okay, move on to the next thing. So we can sit and write our intentions before going into that meditative state. Okay, I'll leave it at that, because that was actually quite a bit of different techniques in there in this short, period of time. But I'm again grateful for you all joining the journey for as little or as long as you like across time and space, as we join hands in the heart of the earth. As I was saying earlier, I said, I really just want to guide anyone joining this journey on just the most beautiful, joyful voyage that is just fun and delightful. And so I was seeing us all there, and we were holding hands and sort of spinning in a circle. Now, of course, you're not required to be a part of that. It's sort of an invitation or an offering. If you want to, if there's a location in the astral, which is the physical, but we can connect to it via the astral, of places we can meet, I would say one would be the heart of the earth, and I would say another would be the heart of the sun. So I will leave you all with that. always be filled with just the most pure form of light and truth. And so much love.